Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. I'm Nika and I make book related videos, and today's video is going to be a really very fun video, and it has been a long time coming because you guys have been asking me for a bookshelf tour video since ages, and I'm finally going to give it to you. So today's video is going to be a bookshelf tour. Obviously, I hope you really enjoyed it. I'm not going to talk much this time. I'm gonna actually let you watch the video for yourself, and it's going to be really long. Get your coffee, get your food ready so that you can eat and watch somebody talk about books, which I think is the best thing ever. I hope I'll see you again at the very end, and I'm really excited. Don't forget to click on the thumbs up icon if you really like this video, and do share and support me always. We're very near to 1000, so I hope you do subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Enjoy the video. Alright, so let me first give you a glimpse of what my whole setup looks like. Please ignore my table on your left hand corner because it's just super messy, super untidy. So yeah, that's my shelf. I've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. I've got 10 shelves, and after the purging, as you can see, there's quite a bit of space left on the first of the white shelves and then on the smaller wooden shelf. So yeah, just for a rough draft, on the topmost shelf there we've got fantasy books. Then the second shelf we have got Northeastern literature, Indian literature, South Asian literature, Asian literature, all of that. And then starts 2 shelves full of classics and a bit of literary fiction. Then the classics and literary fiction actually continue on to the first shelf of the white shelf. And then the second shelf of the white section is actually historical fiction, and then we've got a couple of women literature, I think, and then at the bottom we've got graphic novels and some YA and a bit of fantasy novels as well. Then on the bookshelf on your right, on the wooden bookshelf, on the lowermost section we've got thrillers on the right, thrillers and 1 horror book on the right, and then on the left we've got non-fiction books. And then the upper shelf, well, it's a mix of all the books I'm currently reading, books that I need to take pictures of, stuff like that. Please ignore the right hand mess because yeah, I was using that to prop up my phone as I filmed the other videos. So anyway, that's that for you. And these books at the bottom, let me just give you a glimpse. Oh, I am an old woman, my knees crack. So anyway, these old books down here are ones that I'll be giving away and ones that I'll be getting rid of, and ones which you can see in my purging video, bookshelf purging video. So make sure you keep an eye out for that because I unhaul quite a few books, and maybe, perhaps, if fortune smiles on you, you can get a few for yourself as well. So anyway, let's get on with the tour. I am first going to give you a tour of this shelf, the second from the top. I want to go through them and show you all the books that I've got there. So then we have reached this shelf. These are actually all of my Assamese books, not all but some, because I've got a few children's Assamese books that are not here, they're with my brother rather. So these are some very popular books. I've got Ohimot Jar Heral Hima by Kanson Borwa. This is one of the most popular Assamese novels. If you ask for recommendations in Assamese novels, this is the one that comes up. And then we also have Nahara Niribilisa by Onratha Harma Pujari. So another wonderful book. And then we also have Miri by Rajnikantha Bordello. Now not every but many Assamese kids have heard about this novel because whenever you're in class 10 and you're preparing for your board exams, there is this probability that you might have a question, like an option to write an essay, and you can often get the option to write the essay named My Favorite Novel, and many Assamese students end up writing about this novel. This is a love story, by the way, so it's very popular. Then I've also got Burhiya Hadhu, which is basically Grandma's Tales. Grandma's Tales by Lakshmanath Bezbora. Every Assamese kid has grown up listening to these tales. Then we also have Sanglot Fenla by Porak Kumar Das, which is again another very popular novel. It's got a political aspect to it, which honestly many people really enjoy. So if you are looking for something like that, you might definitely enjoy it. Then I have got 3 of my candles from Storyteller Candle Co. This is from Ravenclaw. Got it way back. And then this is, the middle one is for Wuthering Heights. And then the last one is for Nevernight, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it's from Nevernight. And then we have some more books for my Northeastern literature. We basically read Northeastern literature in our Assam Bookstagram, so if you want to be a part of that, don't forget to reply to this, like leave a comment down below if you want to be a part of the Northeastern book club, which is basically our Assam book club, where we read a ton of Northeastern literature, because we all know this area of India has been neglected long enough, and we intend to change that. So we've got some very popular books here. We've got Boats on Land, The Nine-Chambered Heart by Janice Perriott. Then we've got Parishmita Singh's Peace Has Come. We also have Aruni Kashyap's The House with 1,000 Stories. We've got The Loneliness of Hirabura, which was a recent release. Well, this is actually a translated version from the Assamese book. I have the Assamese book, but my aunt has borrowed it from me now, so it's not here at the moment. Then we have Eastern Kire, Yeshidoma. Then Bhavindranath Saikia's Dear Father. Dear Father is a beautiful story, which I'm sure you'll love. Then we have Blossoms in the Graveyard by Birendra Kumar Bhattacharya. I haven't read this book, but I really intend to read it very soon. Then we also have Undertow by Janvi Bora, which I read and loved. Decorative Stone, which I think really reminds me of Van Gogh's Sunflowers, although it doesn't have that much of black in his works. I don't know why it reminds me. This is my work based on the inspiration I got from Van Gogh's Sunflowers. So moving on, we've got some more books, some very good books. Here is actually a Hindi book, which it's actually Sarachandra Chattopadhyay's Devdas. I've watched the movie, of course, Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, which is really beautiful, very aesthetic. Then I got this recent review copy from Bloomsbury, India, How to Pronounce Knife, and it is a collection of short stories and very good ones, let me tell you. Then we've got some more, oh my god, okay, some classics like The Jungle Book. We've got Krishna Baldev's Bed. Haven't read either this book nor this one, The Bones of Grace by Tamima Anam. Then we've got A House for Mr. Vishwas by B.S. Naipaul, which is a classic when it comes to Indian literature. Then we've got Songs of the Kaveri, The Begums of Peshawar. We've got 2 anthologies. First one is Fearless Love, which is a collection of LGBTQ themed poems, songs. We've got essays, letters, short stories, a collection of all that. And we also have You Cannot Have All the Answers and Other Stories by Deepa Agarwal. And this is actually a signed copy, which I am very happy with. This was also a gift, a review copy actually. And then we have another review copy that I actually read recently, and you can check out the review, the reading blog if you want. Bhairavi by Giovanni. It's a translated work, amazing. If you haven't read it, please do. Then we've got Qais Akbar Omar's A Fort of Nine Towers, which is a beautiful cover, really. Look at that, stunning. I love it. It's very beautiful. Then we've got Funny Boy by Sham Salvadurai. I have not read it yet, and it's a pity, really. If you are planning on reading it, please text me or please leave a comment down below so that we can read it together. We've got Girish Karnad and Mahesh Dattani again, which are amazing books. I haven't read Hayavadana yet. I've read about it, especially because it was one of the reference texts one semester. I've read Final Solutions, amazing. Then I've got a political text by my uncle, Politics, Governance, Citizenship and Nationalism, India through Northeast. Yeah, he's the editor, Dr. Navajyoti Bora, on my TBR actually. Then we've got my collection of candles. First one, beautiful Lear candle, and I really love it. And then this Pride candle, which was sent to me by, I actually bought it from Sukanya, from the empty cartridge, which I really loved. Then we'll move on to the next. Then moving on, these are the only 4 works of Murakami that I have: Killing Commendator, Norwegian Wood, Kafka on the Shore, and I've also got here Baldwin. I think this is going to be the first book of Murakami that I'll start with, just because it's really small and really not at all intimidating compared to, say, this one. And then we've got another work by Ogawa, The Housekeeper and the Professor, which I'm excited to read. Then we've got some more books. We've got Train to Pakistan, some very dignified disclosures. Now let me just tell you about this book, because it's not that popular and I would really like it to be popular. It was actually a review copy that was sent to me by the author Anumita Shah. Really beautiful. There are elements of family drama. Then there's also an element of magical realism in like contemporary sense in India, which I really thought was a wonderful touch. Really beautifully executed, beautiful book, 5-star. Then we've got, okay, it really pisses me off when I can't arrange the spines in the way I want to, and the way I want it here is that Train to Pakistan should be on top. Alright, so that we have You Can't Go Home, Killing Time in Delhi, which was a review copy. Really enjoyed it. And let me just show you the book cover, because I think this book cover is really stunning, like a piece of art. I mean, look at that. Then we've got Invisible Ties by Nadia A.R. Then I have Anamika by Meghna Desai, which was sent to me by Rupa. Really happy and grateful to them for that, because I really enjoyed it. How I Became a Tree. Haven't read it, haven't got the faintest idea about it. Rana Dasgupta Solo, A Burning by Megha Majumdar. I have heard a lot about it, but right now I don't think I'm in the current mindset to actually read it, so yeah, I'll read it later. Milk Teeth by Amrita Mahale, Farfield by Madhuri Vijay, which were both in last year's JCB list, which unfortunately I haven't gotten to either. I've read the Farfield, I have not read Milk Teeth, so yeah, that's that. Then a bit more on the side, I've got some Amitabh Ghosh, Raja Rao. I've also got Mother of 1084, Hazar Chara Sirma by Mahashweta Devi. Loved it. I read it in my first year, I think. But I remember the basic plot, but I need to reread it. It's time. And then I've got 2 copies of The Inheritance of Loss. So yeah, really excited to read them. And then I've got The White Tiger, which I think is a beautiful and wonderful book. I read it when I was too young, to be honest. I read it in class 5 or 6. My father gifted it to me then, and basically he didn't know what it was about, but reading it, I thought it was like, right now I think I was too young to have read it back then, but I loved it even when I read it back then. So must read for you all, Indian literature, when it comes to Indian literature. Then I've got one of my favorite books ever, An Atlas of Impossible Longing by Anuradha Roy. I always get tongue twisted when I'm talking about Anuradha Roy and then about Arundhati Roy. So that's why I made sure I kept Anuradha Roy away from Arundhati Roy. I will go to that. We've got Palace of Illusions and The Mistress of Spices by Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni. Wonderful books. Okay, you can see me now. But the last few books I'm going to talk about, firstly we have Suncatcher here. Now Suncatcher was actually sent to me by Bloomsbury India. It's by Ramesh Gunasekara, Sri Lankan writer, and I thought that this is a stunning book. So I really enjoyed it, and that's why when I came across another one of his works, Reef, in a second-hand bookshop. So when I came across another one of his works, Reef, in one of second-hand bookshop I used to frequent actually before the COVID situation. Unfortunate, really. I got Reef and I've read it, by the way. I think it's amazing, really good. And then of course we have Arundhati Roy's The Girl of Small Things. This is another second-hand copy that I got, yellowed pages, but it's a hardcover which I got for just 100. Can you believe that? So I've actually ordered 2 more works by Arundhati Roy, and they should be coming home soon to me. Then we've got Jhumpa Lahiri's Interpreter of Melodies. Loved this book. I'm yet to read The Namesake, so another book on my TBR. Then we've got Khalid Hosseini's. I've actually also got the Kite Runner, but it's with my sister. I've lent it to her, so it's with her. But I've read A Thousand Splendid Suns for a class in college, and I really loved it. I hated Rashid, by the way. I wanted to kill him myself. So yeah, we've got 2 Rushdie books. Unfortunately, for myself, to be honest, I haven't read any Rushdie either. So I think I'm gonna pick up Midnight's Children very, very soon as well. And then we've got a beautiful copy of Ramayana, a modern translation by Ramesh Menon by HarperCollins. Now I'm actually also looking for a modern translation of the Mahabharata, possibly by HarperCollins, but I haven't gotten a positive result yet. So if you do know of a possible Mahabharata edition of this, please do inform me. I'd love to buy it actually. Then we've got Gregory David Roberts' Shantaram, and then we've got The Mountain Shadow by him as well. Many say that it's a sequel of this book. I haven't read either, so I haven't got the faintest idea. Yeah, that's that shelf. And then we'll go on to the classics and literary shelves, which are just the ones immediately below this one. Quick pan out, we just finished this shelf, and then we're gonna move on to this shelf. I love my books, guys. I feel very scared when I think about what will happen to them when I die. Oh god. Alright, so let's start with that corner. Alright, so the shelf here, this book stack here are all Jane Austen books. We've got Mansfield Park, we've got On Marriage, Northanger Abbey, Emma, and this is Sense and Sensibility, Lady Susan, the Watson's Sanditon Persuasion. We've got another copy of Mansfield Park, which is, by the way, a gift from Gayatri from Perfectionist. She's my Bookstagram bestie, so yeah, you should definitely check out her content because it's simply amazing. Then we've got the most popular, Pride and Prejudice. Moving on, we've got Toni Morrison's 3 books. I've read The Bluest Eye and Beloved, haven't yet read Paradise, which is a real pity, but I really want to read Jazz as well. Then we've got 3 books by Margaret Atwood, The Handmaid's Tale, Alia's Grace, Surfacing. Have read Surfacing, and I've also got The Cat's Eye, I think the name was, but my sister has it as of now. We've got Hilary Mantel, Flora Thompson's Lark Rise to Candleford, the most famous, The Color Purple, and then we've got 2 very erotic books, The Loves of Faustina and The Ages of Lulu, and we've got Go Set a Watchman. Again, To Kill a Mockingbird is with my sister, so my sisters are readers as well, by the way. So we'll move on now. We've got 2 Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's books. We've got Americana, Half of a Yellow Sun. I've also got We Should All Be Feminists, yeah, but it's down there with the non-fiction pile. Then we've got Anne of Green Gables, The Giver by Lois Lowry, The Bell Jar, and a bit of a gap. Again, there's this little stone I painted. I didn't paint the back, but yeah, I used to use it as a paper. What? Oh my god, I suddenly forgot the term. Paperweight. Yeah, I used to use it as a paperweight. We've got some Bronte books. I've got Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, and I've got Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. But just because White Saga associates like a post-colonial retelling or writing back to the empire, for Jane Eyre I've got it alongside. Then we've got I think this is Anne Bronte. Yeah, this is Anne Bronte. It's an A, so obviously Anne Bronte's The Tenant of Wildfell Hall. Haven't read it, which is a pity. I've only read these 3 books. Jane Eyre, I've only read Charlotte Bronte and Emily Bronte. Then we've got The Professor, we've got Shirley, and we've also got Villette. So that's my Bronte pile. Moving on to some moderns, we've got Anais Nin's The Veiled Woman, which I have not read, but I'm really excited to read because I also have her book Delta of Venus, which I'm told is a wonderful, wonderful collection of stories as far as I know. We'll keep that in. And then we've got some more feminist books. We've got an excerpt from Simone de Beauvoir's The Second Sex, as you can see. Really, I mean, the actual book is really, really costly, so I haven't been able to buy it yet. It's like 800 plus, and yeah, that's really costly for one book. Then we've got Kate Chopin's The Awakening, which I read for a class this last semester, I think 5th or 6th semester, and really enjoyed it. And then we've got, of course, Virginia Woolf, who is so many of your favorites. A ton of Virginia Woolf. Oh, I forgot to tell you, but I've also got Audre Lorde's Zami, A New Spelling of My Name, another feminist book, which I read for class, which was amazing, just as good, really. Then we've got Flush by Virginia Woolf. We've also got Orlando, A Room of One's Own, which I think every woman should read, really, just because it's so good. Then we've got The Waves. I bought Waves because I read about it in All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven, which is one of my favorite YA books. And that's quite saying something because I'm not a fan of YA. Then we've got Mrs. Dalloway, which is again another book I read for a class. It really made me feel very heavy and depressed, and it really sucked the energy out of me, this book. So yeah, trigger warnings, really. Read it only if you're in the proper mindset. And then we've got Genius and Ink, Virginia Woolf on How to Read, which I got because Rangana said it was amazing. Haven't read it yet, which is a pity, but that's that. Then we've also got great works of Virginia Woolf. It doesn't have all the works of Virginia Woolf, but it has some. I think it has Jacob's Room. So let me just show you a glimpse of the contents page. Yeah, we've got Jacob's Room, The Voyage Out, and then we also have To the Lighthouse, which is amazing because I don't have any of those 3 books. So it's good that I have this one book to, tie it all in. So now moving on to the next section, basically, as you can probably understand by the theme so far, it's mostly classics, literary fiction, and mostly women's literature. There are a couple of men's books here, like books by men authors, but mostly I've tried to keep it, women literature, the section. I've got this bathroom mirror sink thing from a set I used to have when I was a kid, and basically I'm keeping it because one day I'm gonna give it to my kid. So yeah, I hope they better enjoy it, whoever, like, what, it doesn't matter if it's a he or a she, whatever. I mean, if it's, oh god, what am I talking about? Okay, then we've got Louisa May Alcott's Little Women here, and this is my first copy of Little Women, and it's really special for me. It holds a special place in my heart. I really love it. I used to, really treasure this book, so it's a bit worn out now, obviously, but I think that's the best bit about the Collins books, Collins classics. You can't really make it out, the amount of wear and tear that's gone into it. The reason it's there is because I've also got 3 other books. I've got Little Women, another edition, Joe's Boys, Good Wives. So like Good Wives is part 2, and then Joe's Boys is part 3. Then we have Madame Bovary by Gustave Flaubert, Sons and Lovers by D.H. Lawrence. We also have Woman in Love by D.H. Lawrence and The Age of Innocence by Edith Wharton. We've got some French stories. We've got King Solomon's Mines. So this is French stories, so I don't know what this is. Let me just show you the top one. Then we have got The Secret Garden, and we also have A Little Princess, both by the same author, Frances Hodgson Burnett. Let's see what this is. It's a mystery to me as well. Oh my god, I hope it doesn't fall. Alright, so it is Open Confessions to a Man from a Woman by Marie Corelli. Haven't read it yet. Then moving on, we have here my favorite classic ever. Well, I would say that without any doubt before I knew how problematic it was, before I understood how problematic it was. So yeah, I went on collecting 4 copies of Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell, and then The Way I Met Scarlet sequel by Alexandra Ripley was pure luck. I've also got The Thornbus by Colleen McCullough here because I've heard that not heard, this book has actually been described as the Australian Gone with the Wind, so that's something, and that's the reason I got it. I cannot move it now, actually, this whole stack, because this shelf is a bit weak in this spot because I haven't got the hook back there like I have this one here, so it sags a bit. So that's why, to keep it upright and straight, I have put we're more like pressured this book into being there, so we'll ignore that. And this here, if you don't know, is a goddess, is a statue of a goddess. This is goddess Saraswati, who is the how do I describe it, goddess of education, of art, of talent, like that. So yeah, basically goddess of education, you could say. So we have her here. I have her here to in the hopes that she'll provide me with her blessings when I study and read and everything like that. We'll move her for a bit. I have my Russian classics section here. We've got War and Peace, Anna Karenina, The Master and Margarita, Crime and Punishment, and Dr. Zhivago. Wonderful books, all of them. And then we've got the beautiful editions of Penguin, and I'm actually hoping to buy the whole books, like the box set someday, but well, they're very costly, so I gotta be much more reasonable than just wishing for that, maybe. So, and then we've got some Greek mythology, plays, basically Greek dramas and everything like that. We've got Iliad, Odyssey, the Aeneid, and then we've got Paradise Lost, which is amazing, one of the best epics, best poetry really ever written. Then we've got Aeschylus, Orestia, Prometheus Bound. Orestia is wonderful. I've read it and I loved it. I haven't read this set of play yet, Prometheus Bound. Then we've got Sophocles, Electra and Other Plays. We've got the three Theban plays with Oedipus and everything. We've also got Inferno by Dante, which is a recent by, and it's actually in a book haul video, so I'll link that if you haven't watched it out yet. Then moving on down, and as you can see, that's the bit there. We are just done with this bit, and so let's move on to this bit. Now all of these books here actually till here, as you can see, because like based on the subject matter, we've got The Empire Writes Back, Orientalism by Edward Said, all of these literary criticism, American literature, history of English literature, again history of English literature. They are all very academic books. They're more like theory books compared to all the stories, fiction and other books I've got around on these whole bookshelf. Then first let's talk about these three pieces of art really I've got. The first one is actually a Cavendish bottle. I've removed the sticker and put in these wildflowers that I got on like my trip to Shillong. They're really evergreen. They always stay this way, let me tell you. So a great prop really to have if you are a bookstagrammer, if you like taking pictures, etc. Now these two bottles really, let me show you. This one and oh my god, okay, and this one with the shells and everything, really pretty. They're actually custom made for me by my friend Dipanjali. I'm gonna link her page down below so that you can order one for yourselves as well. They were very affordable. Both came to me under 500 really, so I'm really happy with how they look and the way they bring out the whole aesthetic with the jute wires, jute rope and everything. So I'm gonna link her channel down below. So it would be wonderful if you would support a fellow creator really, and she's from Assam as well, just as I am, so another wonderful opportunity. And now we're gonna continue on with the book tour from here. So we've got this shelf was for women more or less 90%. This shelf is for men more or less. I mean, they deserve some space as well, right? Okay, so we've got Incest by Marcus Dissard. Is that how you pronounce the name? I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce his name. But then we have got James Keats's Boyhood. I've read 4 by James Keatsy, which is sort of like a post-colonial retelling of Robinson Crusoe, and it's in the voice of the underdog. If you have read the book, you'll understand. Then we've got Alice in Wonderland, Waiting for Godot by Samuel Beckett, and then we've got, what is this? Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm by Kate Douglas Wiggin. Loved this book. I love this book. It's just so wholesome, and if you loved books like Anne of Green Gables, you'll enjoy this one as well. Then we've got The Pilgrims Progress, which is by John Bunyan, which is a really old book. As you can see, it's tattered and torn, and it was 30 rupees. Can you imagine a book being 30 rupees? Even second-hand books are not that cheap nowadays. And let me see if I can get a date from it. No. Is there any stamp or something? It's tattered and torn really, but no stamps as well. So yeah, it's from a generation where books like this, like classics really, were available for just 30 rupees. So that's quite a long time back, more than 50 years I think. Then we've got the Aspen Papers by Henry James. Yeah, I haven't read it. We've got Aspen Papers by Henry James. I'm doing a terrible job at this, I think, with me holding the camera and everything. We've got Candide by Voltaire. We've got Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad, which is a really very racist and a very problematic read. I bought it way before though. We've got To Sir with Love by E.R. Braithwaite. Haven't read it, but I think I should because so many people seem to love it. We've got Sir Walter Scott's Ivanhoe, which I bought because the protagonist from Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm says she's named after. Like there's one character whose name is Rebecca. So anyway, Sir Walter Scott apparently also wrote the first romance novel or English novel, was it? It was Waverley in 1814. Like something, it was first of its kind really, but I'm not sure what kind. Then we've got The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which is really a classic at this point. I'm sure you've heard of it. Then we've got The Lost World by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, who is also the creator of Sherlock Holmes. So that's food for thought. Then we've got Henry Miller's The World of Sex. I'm going to collect, I really intend to collect really works of Henry Miller because I've heard quite a lot. Then we've got Edgar Allan Poe's Tales of Mystery and Imagination. It's time I read Allan Poe because I haven't read all of his works. Obviously I've read just a couple. Then we've got Oscar Wilde's, 3 of Oscar Wilde's like books. I've got the plays of Oscar Wilde. I've got the famous and a real dear favorite, The Picture of Dorian Gray. And then we also have this book, Only Dull People Are Brilliant at Breakfast. Ain't that super snarky? Anyway, let's move on. We've got Chinua Achebe's The African Trilogy, which is basically Things Fall Apart, No Longer at Ease, and Arrow of God. I've only read Things Fall Apart for a class, African literature class, which I really loved. I think you should definitely pick it up as well. Then I also have Africa's Tarnished Name, which is not just one but a collection of four or three of his essays, which I think were really good. We've got oh my god, we've got 4 essays, but it's Nigeria to Me, Traveling White, Africa's Tarnished Name, and Africa is People, which were really quite good. This really helped me, for an intertextual context, especially when it came to reading Things Fall Apart for class in school. Then we've got Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. There's a great story of me getting this book. Basically it's a really long story because I had to wait a really long time to get it, but I finally got it. I've got The Mayor of Casterbridge by Thomas Hardy. Okay, we'll put that aside for now because I've got a section already for Thomas Hardy, and we'll keep this guy with them as well. I don't think we've passed him yet. Then we've got Gulliver's Travels, which to be honest I didn't enjoy as much. I think it's overrated. The Way of the World, She Soups to Conquer, amazing plays, really loved them. Again, I read I read all 3 of them for class. The Name of the Rose by Umberto Eco, John Steinbeck's I've got East of Eden and The Grapes of Wrath. Really sad to say that I've never read any Steinbeck. I was supposed to read it for class, I didn't. Thankfully I didn't flunk, but whatever. Then we've got Forster, A Passage to India, and A Room with a View, and Lolita, the infamous Lolita. Move Lipanjali's artwork aside, but not before admiring the beauty of this bottle and the sound it makes. Heaven to My Ears. We've got F. Scott Fitzgerald next. I've got 2 copies of The Great Gatsby just because, when I actually had to read it for class, so I had to get one immediately because I was waiting for a long time to get it. So when I finally got The Great Gatsby, this was the one available, and unfortunately it isn't as aesthetic, but it's really annotated. As you can see, I've really annotated it heavily. So, and then I got the actual, oh my god, oh my god, okay, then I got the actual Penguin Modern edition for like a second-hand copy, which was really cheap again, so I got it as well. I've got The Beautiful and the Damned, 10 Days a Night, another Graham Greene book, which I haven't read, but he was in the recommended read of a paper, an elective paper, which I did not choose that semester. So yeah, that's that. Alright, then moving on, we have got this whole section dedicated to Shakespeare. Got The Tragedy of King Lear. Basically this was a play. In my first year I was Goneril, the second sister, and well, I died in the end. Was killed by my lover. I think it's been so long. We've also got Othello again, which was another play we put up in our second year. I was the wife of Iago. I honestly forgot my name. Who was I? Who was wife of Iago? Poor girl, she dies in the end as well, which is terrible, just because I always die in the end, and it's sad. And I really want to live, but I die. So yeah, I remembered it. It's, well, not really remembered it. I came across the name and I immediately recognized it. I was Emilia. Unfortunately, my husband kills me in this play. Sorry for the spoilers. But again, yeah, this book is Death by Shakespeare, a book which was sent to me by Bloomsbury, India. Really grateful to them, because in this book, the author, Catherine Harkup, who is a chemist, I think. Yeah, a chemist. She goes through the different ways that Shakespeare adopted to kill his characters basically in the plays, which is really amazing, especially as you see, as you get to see a view of London in those times. And we've got the classic, Charles and Mary Lamb's translations, modernizations rather, of Shakespeare's stories, of Shakespeare's plays. We've got the complete sonnets. We've got some more books here. Hamlet, The Merchant of Venice, Twelfth Night. Hamlet is quite a favorite book. Verily thy name is woman. That's a very sexist thing to say, but I really do remember that line. Then we've got a really old copy of Macbeth. This is actually my mom's back when she was doing her, I don't know, because she didn't, oh no, it's my aunt's. So yeah, this is a really good book, and back when they were teenagers themselves, so that's quite a lot. We've got Antony and Cleopatra, we've got The Tempest, Romeo and Juliet, Henry V, Richard II, Twelfth Night, and Julius Caesar. This is not that big a collection, but yeah, it will increase over time, I'm sure of that. Then we've got the boys here. Oh, let me bring Hardy, The Mayor of Casterbridge by Thomas Hardy, because we've got two more Hardy books here, Far from the Maddening Crowd and A Pair of Blue Eyes. Then we've got George Orwell. I've got only 3 books by him, Norse Nationalism, 1984, and George Orwell. We've got Arthur Miller, Tennessee Williams. I didn't particularly like The Helper Salesman. It's just too realistic for me. I'm not a fan. I did love A Streetcar Named Desire here, so if you haven't read it, you should definitely read it. See the version also, because it's got Vivian Lee in it, whom I really love. Got some Alexander McCall Smith. I haven't the faintest idea really of what these books are about. Blue Shoes and Happiness, Kalahari Typing School for Men, Morality for Beautiful Guys, The #1 Ladies Detective Agency. Haven't read any of them. Then we've got a beautiful Marquez collection. We've got 100 Years of Solitude, I'm Not Here to Give a Speech, Collected Stories, The General in His Labyrinth. Then we've got Love in the Time of Cholera and Of Love and Other Demons. So that's that. Then we have some leftovers from the rest. We've got Geoffrey Chaucer, Jules Verne. Then we've also got Grimm's Fairy Tales, The Catcher in the Rye, J.D. Salinger, which I thought was really good. Then we've also got a couple of Hemingways, Old Man and the Sea, which I really enjoyed. Farewell to Arms is amazing, romantic but really beautiful. Then we've got Thackeray, Vanity Fair. Haven't had the courage to pick it up yet. And then we have got some Dickens. We've got Pickwick Papers, again another edition from my ancestors. well, not ancestors, from my mom and her sister. A Tale of Two Cities, Great Expectations, which was a gift from Sukanya, by the way. Really love it. And then Oliver Twist, which I read for a class. And so yeah, that's that for the shelf. Let me just positively tell you that my waist, my back, it's all aching. Anyway, we'll move on to this shelf now, which, well, there aren't many books here. Okay, so all the books here are basically dark theme. They are very gothic. We've got Rebecca, another Rebecca, and then we have another take on Rebecca, that is Rebecca's Tale by Sally Bowman. We've got Daphne du Maurier's Jamaica Inn. We've got Perfume by Patrick Süskind, which is a beautiful cover. Let me show it to you. I thought it was beautiful, and it's a really good book too. Then we've got the classic Dracula by Bram Stoker, which I really enjoyed. I read it long back. It was actually a gift to me from the very same sister whom I mentioned quite many times in this video, to whom I oh my god, to whom I have lent many of my books. She is quite the voracious reader. And yeah, and then we have got some more dark books. We've got a collection of short stories by Shirley Jackson, aptly named Dark Tales. We've got The Flowers of Evil by Bordello, which is a collection of French poems which were very scandalous back in the day. We've got The Castle of Otranto by Walpole, which was the first Gothic novel, let me tell you. Then we've got Christopher Marlowe's Dr. Faustus, which is actually a play, but it has, this guy who sold his soul to the devil for everything possible. So it's actually good. Really love it. Really love the lines. I've got another Bram Stoker here, The Lair of the White Worm. Haven't read it. Frankenstein. Love Frankenstein. You are my creator, but I am your master. Obey. Then we've got two more Daphne du Maurier's. We've got A Loving Spirit and The Breakthrough. Oops. Right, we've got some random books here. The Great Garden by Meg Rossoff, which I read recently thanks to Bloomsbury, which I really enjoyed as well, by the way. The Godfather, haven't read it yet. Treasure Island, The Gentleman in the Parlor, Pygmalion, which I really enjoyed. The Library of Greek Mythology, which is a book I borrowed from my sister, one of my sisters. And then we've got The Wings of the Dove by Henry James. Then we've got another classical literary criticism. I think it shouldn't be here really. It should be with the rest of the academic books. But that's that. And we've also got Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. I'm also hoping to buy The Hunchback of Notre Dame by Victor Hugo, but I haven't bought it yet. So that's that. That's for this shelf, which is half empty. Thanks to the huge unhaul I did. Okay, so then we will move on to this next shelf. Alright, so this shelf honestly is very random, because all of these are basically historical fiction. We've got Breach of Clay. I'm not sure if this is historical fiction. I know the book thief is, so I'm keeping the same books by the same author together. We've also got Rapids. Haven't got the faintest idea, but it really gave me Lord of the Flies vibes. So we've got another historical fiction, Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys. Spellbook of the Lost and Found, which I don't think at all is historical fiction, but I just kept it here for convenience sake. This is really beautiful, and I have to say, totally gives off autumn vibes, really, with the red hair and everything. I honestly really think that girls with red hair are really, really very pretty. I really like red hair. Then we've got Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. I've just ordered The Secret History. I finally got hold of a physical copy, but it was for 900, which was a lot. So I hope it comes to me in a really good condition. Then we've got The Line of Beauty by Alan Hollinghurst. We've got The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry. We've got two Ian McEwan books. We've got Enduring Love, and we've also got On Chesapeake Beach. I've actually also got where is this? Yeah, I've also got Atonement, which is heavily annotated, as you can see here, but it's actually, I'm saving it for a friend, so she'll get that. Then we have The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, The Taxidermist's Daughter by Kate Moss, Swimming in the Dark by Thomas Jadrowski. If you have read Call Me By Your Name, and if you have loved it, Call Me By Your Name by Andrea Simon, please read it. You'll find it is wonderful as well. Same goes for You Will Be Safe Here by Damien Barr. Both of these were review copies that were sent to me by Bloomsbury, and like so many copies here which were sent to me by Bloomsbury, they're really good. Many of the review copies that were sent to me by Bloomsbury actually turned out to be like 5-star reads. Both of these were 5-star reads, by the way. So yeah. Then to the right we've got some, again, historical fiction. City of Girls, sent to me by Bloomsbury, which I really loved. Dutch House by Anne Pratchett, Bloomsbury, India. The Godchild, again by Bloomsbury, India. I haven't read it yet though, unfortunately. We've got Zadie Smith's On Beauty, Zoe Heller's Notes on a Scandal. Haven't read either of them. The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead, which is amazing if you're reading about African American literature rather. It's quite good. If you've read it, you should also definitely pick up The Nickel Boys. Then we've got Ayn Rand's The Fountainhead, which I haven't read. I also want to read At Last Shrugged, again, which I haven't read, obviously, because I just said I want to read that. But yeah, Ayn Rand books are on my TBR for sure. So then, instead of going down, we are gonna go to the right, and I'm gonna show you all the books on this shelf of mine. So as I told you, the topmost shelf is empty. We'll leave that. This shelf here is like, you have that sort of running list of ideas and stuff like that. The things keep changing. So this is sort of like that. It's like a storage running list, running shelf. That sounds so weird, but anyway. So these are the books I need to take photos of. Like I've got this is a review copy, this is a review copy, this is a review copy. These two books, like all of these books are on my TBR for this month. This one, because I think I might get to it very soon. We've got some storage places for bookmarks and stuff like that. So this is not a fixed area for these books. All the content of this shelf will keep on changing, obviously, because I'm going to keep these books which are really easy to take, especially when I'm sleeping in my bed, so stuff like that. But down here we've got some non-fiction finally, and if you are a non-fiction person who basically a person who really prefers to read non-fiction books, I commend you, man. I cannot do it. I find it really hard. I mean, I like some books, sure, but overall I think I prefer fiction. So anyway, we've got Alternative Realities by Nighat Gandhi, which is basically love in the lives of Muslim women. I'm not sure why, but I think it has a sort of LGBTQ theme to it. Not sure. Again, we've got We Are Displaced by Malala. We've also got I Am Malala from here. We've got The Beauty of All My Days, Ruskin Bond. We've got Sex and Power, Defining History, Shaping Societies by Rita Banerjee. We've also got Parrots of Desire by Amrita Narayanan. Again, two books on the same topic, on sex and how it shapes societies, even though it's a taboo subject, really, how it's so powerful today. Its association with power, with desire and everything like that. Really thoughtful, thought-provoking books. We've got Pico Ayers, The Man Within. Haven't read it. Assam. Basically, it's about the Assam Accord, and it's by Sangeeta Bora Pisharutti. This is also on my brother's TBR read. I think this might be the next book he reads. We've got Hunger by Roxane Gay, another book I need to read. We've got Wings of Fire by Abdul Kalam, obviously. Then we've got Emotionally by Triparna Kalita, which is actually a signed copy. It's a beautiful signed copy. Really happy I have it. Then I have got Diary of a Young Girl, which I think is really beautiful, a wonderful book. I think everybody should read it. I often just go through some pages of it every once in a while, because it really gives me inspiration to always look for the positive, the silver lining, in a cloud every time when you're in a bad situation. Then we've got Stephen King's On Writing, Orhan Pamuk's Istanbul, which I read for class, by the way. It's a good book, but it's not a book that you read it in one go, because it's quite slow, and it's mostly about stories revolving around his life, around his city. Like the name itself suggests, it's like a love letter to Istanbul, rather. Sapiens Homo Deus by Noah Harari. My brother loved them both. And we've got Feminist Rani. We've got the last bit of non-fiction books. We've got We Should All Be Feminists by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, of whom we had half of A Yellow Sun and Americana up on the other shelves. Then we've got a little book of magical plants by Ruskin Bond. We've got Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor E. Frankl. We've got Nationalism by Rabindranath Tagore, which was, I'm so very happy to say, was a gift from Amy and Sukanya. I love you guys. Thank you so much for this. They gifted me this book on my birthday. City of My Heart was a review copy from Hachette, and it's like a set of translated works from erstwhile Delhi, basically. So it was really good. We've got only one horror book, that is Stephen King's It. We've got Cain and Abel by Jeffrey Archer, my only Archer. I've got City of Streams by Neil De Silva, which was sent to me by Half Baked Beans, which is a collection of horror novels, horror stories set in India, which I really loved actually. Shining Girls, 14th Letter, Final Girls, Bower, Robinecca, The Widow, The Girl Before Me, Believe Me, and What Did Tashi Do, which is by Anangsha Analamyan, another book you should definitely read. I certainly read it and enjoyed it. Oops. So anyway, that's that for this section, and now we're finally gonna go to this bottom section, and then oh my god, to the topmost. We have the change in lighting, but the electricity just went, so we're just gonna roll with it, and I'm sitting in a corner. So anyway, here we have all of my graphic novels, and I actually took we actually had a graphic novels class in my 5th semester, which was really amazing. It was called Visual Studies, and I read, so as a part of it, I read Embroideries by Marjane Satrapi, which was amazing. I really loved it. This has been aptly described as Middle Eastern Sex and the City, but it's not just that, it's much more, like, it's better than that really. Then we've got Persepolis, we've got Summer with Monica by Roger McGough, which has the really classic illustrative style of Chris Riddell. And speaking of Chris Riddell, his art style is also in Neil Gaiman's The Sleeper and the Spindle, which was sent to me by Bloomsbury, another amazing book. We've got Celtic Tales, Nordic Tales, we've got Mouse, we've got Gita, Vyasa. I really love this book, Vyasa the Beginning by Sibaji Bandyopadhyay and Shankar Banerjee. I'm sorry if I butchered the names, but I'm really looking forward to buying the sequel because it's just amazing. So yeah, on my TBR, we've got Fun Home by Alison Bechdel, which I really enjoyed, and I think it's a wonderful book, very modern, postmodern book, which you should read. We've got books 4, 5, and 6 of Amulet by Kazuki Bushi, which I think was super. And then we're gonna ignore the middle bit, and then we're gonna move on right to the right side, because these are mostly YA stuff like that. We've got Love Letters to the Dead by Eva de Leira. The premise of this book sounds super interesting, but I haven't read it, so that's a pity. I really want to read it, basically. Like the name suggests, this girl, as a part of her English project, I think, she starts writing love letters, well, basically letters to the dead. For instance, we've got Kurt Cobain, then Heath Ledger, River Phoenix, Amelia Earhart, Amy Winehouse, so people like that. It's really, like, it sounds super interesting. I mean, oh god, this is the worst part after a book shelf tour, like keeping the books back in space. Okay, please forget the noise. My neighbors are up to no good, it seems. We've got Fangirl, amazing book, which I was in the process of reread of, as you can see. Then we've got The Kiss Quotient by Helen Wang, which was sent to me by the author. Really grateful for that, and I think it's an amazing book. We've got Aristotle and Dante, Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Science, which I've heard is great, and so many people have been bugging me to read it, and I haven't, which is a pity, but I really intend to, I promise you guys. Then we've got The Matchmaker's List by Sonia Lally, another adult fiction, which I really loved. We've got Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. We've got Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reid. This one I really loved, actually. This was a really good take on the whole BLM movement, on racism, on classism, and everything like that. I mean, not as it did not put as much emphasis on classism, more so on racism, white savior complex, and all of that, which I think was a great attempt. Really good book. I haven't read Daisy Johnson the Sixth, which is a pity, but yeah, that's it for my YA adult romance, more or less romance pile. And then we move to these fantasy books. In the middle, I've got The Raven's Tale by Kat Winters, which is basically a retelling of Nevermore, which is a poem that was written by Edgar Allan Poe. Amazing. After the Flood by Cassandra Montague, a review copy. Amazing. I'm actually planning on writing a paper on this, to be honest. We've got A Black Fox Running by Brian Carter. Haven't read it, but I think it's a really, really beautiful book. Just a second. It's a stunning book. Look at that. Wait. Yeah, look at that. Can you believe it? It's a stunning book. Then we've got Circle of Shadows, and we've got Child of Paradise right here, which is again another wonderful book. We've got Finding Esme by Crowley, which I thought was a wonderful middle grade book, and I really enjoyed. So yeah, I'm gonna put these back. I'm really excited to show you my topmost shelf, really, so be prepared for that, because that bit is coming since I've just started the fantasy bit. So this is like a beginning to the fantasy, and we will end with the topmost shelf. The three books here are Red Leopard, Black Wolf by Marlon James, which I haven't read. I've heard a lot of African inspired fantasy, by the way. Forest of a Thousand Lanterns, again another book I haven't read, but I need to. We've also got Liar's Weave, which I think is a beautiful book, as you can see here. Really, really stunning. I love it. So yeah, I actually need to stand up now. As you can see, I'm all curled up. So okay, is this going to be a huge, oh my god, okay. Oh, my back. Anyway, so that's that. By the way, this top shelf has 2 layers, because this is the first stack and there is a second stack on the behind. So we're gonna go from the right and move, and then we're gonna go to the second stack on the behind, so that will again move this way. But let me begin by going through the books on the right. These books, really, I'm not really going to go much into, because these are all my childhood fairy tale books, and they're in really a tattered condition. As you can see, the spine is not here for this one, neither is it for here. And then we've got Embroidered Life, again another beautiful book. We've got a mandala drawing coloring book, which I really enjoyed. Then we've got Magical Adventures of Lolly and Lenny. Oh my god, my tongue. Magical Adventures of Lolly and Lenny, Trumpets in the Wild by Pratibha RDH, who is also the author of Child of Paradise, which you should read, by the way. Then we have got SJM books, all my Sarah J Maas books. There are also some in the back, but we'll get them on the on the return tour, from the left to right. So we've got Assassin's Blade, Kingdom of Ash, Tower of Dawn, Empire of Storms, Queen of Shadows, Heir of Fire, and Crown of Midnight. They're actually from this way to this way. This was the first 0.5, you could say. Then we've got book 1, Throne of Glass, which is at the back. We've got, okay, Throne of Glass is actually here. So we have book 0.5, like a prequel, a collection of short stories, Assassin's Blade, this one. We've got Throne of Glass here. We've got Crown of Midnight. This is book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's that. Then we've got Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo, which is a really, really beautiful book. I'm going to show it to you. Is it going to go there? We're going to keep it here. And I'm going to show this amazing work of art to you. The Language of Thorns, the cover itself is stunning. And inside, there are many beautiful artworks, which I really enjoyed. My sister actually did a project on this book. She's in class 8 and she did a project on this book, and she scored really well. The teacher loved it. Okay, we'll keep it back in its place because I'm that kind of person, guys. This is so chaotic. This video is so chaotic. I'm really sorry. I apologize, but I'm that kind of person. After I take out the books, I have to keep them in their proper place. So then we have Sarah J. Maas's my tongue. I've been speaking for quite a long time, so that's no wonder. We've got Crescent City, the first book in the House of Earth and Blood series, I guess. And then we've got Ninth House. Look at that shine. Haven't read it yet. It's very good for dark academia vibes if you want to read something like that. It's adult fantasy though. Then we've got the super secret book, which I recently read and loved, so you can definitely check out the reading vlog I did for it as well. We've got Catwoman Soul Stealer, which was actually another gift to me by Sukanya Didi. And yeah, really happy with that. Then we've got firstly the Lupinarium Dalloway, which is really an intense and heavy read. You shouldn't read it if you're below 18, to be honest, because of the heavy content, and even then trigger warning for rape, mental abuse, physical abuse, all of that. It's very, very harsh. That book is very, very harsh, but it's really well executed. Then we've got The City of Brass, Kingdom of Copper. The third book is actually Empire of Gold. I'm doing a vlog on that, so stay tuned for that. We've got Aurora Rising, Aurora Burning. Again, love this book. I love this book. I haven't read it, but my brother has read it and he loved it. And he also did a Books as Outfits challenge for this one, so you should definitely check it out as well if you haven't already. Then moving on, we have A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. Read it, loved it. The sequel is Shadow of Night by Deborah Harkness, obviously. Haven't read it. I'm really looking forward to the actual season 2. The season 1, was based on this. It has Teresa Palmer and Matthew Good, and I love them both. And then the second season will be based on this, but I haven't read it yet, but I need to get to it before the season is aired. Then we have got my poetry books, which I really, really adore. And yeah, we've got Love Letters of Great Men and Women. This was actually inspired by Sex and the City. Really, that's inspired by Sex and the City because Carrie was reading this one collection too big, and I really liked it then, and I thought I needed to get one for myself. And then I found this one, but this in turn had been inspired by Sex and the City. So we've got What Your Soul Already Knows by Salma Farouk, which I really loved, and she's also the author of this collection, The Octopus Curse. This is actually not really a poetry, this is like non-fiction, but it's still here because this is here. We've got Blooming in the Snow by Sajid Iqbal, another Assamese author whose work I really, really liked. We've got Walk with Winds by Tina Edwards, Smokes and Whiskey by Tejaswini Divya Nayak, another amazing work. Dear Juliet, Live Oak with Moss, Pablo Neruda's works, 20 Love Poems and a Song of Despair, Shrutimala Dwaras by the River Brahmaputra, and other poems, amazing work. We've got the Collins Book of Best Loved Verse, amazing poetry collection. Circus Folk and Village Freaks by Aparna Upadhyay Sanyal, amazing book. Read it if you haven't, you'll laugh like a maniac, let me promise you. Then we've got 100 World's Greatest Love Poems, which are actually really great. We've got Leaves of Grass, and then we're not going to talk about this pile here. We're just keeping them because they really put a dent in my wallet because they were very costly, so that's that. And now we're going to move on to the stack behind them. Now apparently there was only empty space behind these, so it's going to be really easy for me. I'm just going to move it like that. And yeah, I just remembered what I kept behind these. So we have the Nevernight trilogy, Nevernight, God's Grave, and Dark Dawn. I was sent Dark Dawn by HarperCollins, really loved it, and these are really amazing books. Again, adult fantasy, even though the protagonist is not technically 18, but the content is really dark, so adult fantasy. We've got A Darker Shade of Magic trilogy, A Darker Shade of Magic, A Gathering of Shadows, and A Conjuring of Light by Victoria Schwab. And then we've got Kirsten White's collection, which is Ottoman inspired, if I'm not wrong. And I Darken, Now I Rise, Bright We Burn, and this cover is one of my favorites because if you know me, you know, oh my god, you know that green is one of my favorite colors, and this one is just stunning. Look at that. So yeah, we're gonna keep it back. Okay, move boys. Okay. Then we've got this stunning books, Rebel of the Sands, Traitor to the Throne, and Hero at the Fall by Alvin Hamilton. Haven't read any of these, really, such a pity. Shin of Blood and Bone by Tommy Adeyemi, Children of Virtue and Vengeance, also by Tommy Adeyemi. Such a pity because I haven't read it and already the silver thing is coming off. Really a pity. Then we've got Path of the Swan and Golden Dakini. This is book 1. And the Golden Dakini is part 2, and yeah, this is actually by a guest professor at my department, and she signed it for me. It was unfortunate, my spelling was unfortunately wrong, but well, it's still signed. We're gonna move now. Can you see what are behind these? So yeah, we've got some Tolkien books. We've got the Silmarillion, we've got the Hobbit, the Fellowship of the Ring, the Two Towers, and the Return of the King, none of which I've read. It's really a pity. I'm not sure, guys, should I start reading Tolkien at this age? I mean, there's no age to reading, honestly, but I don't know, I haven't read them so long. Will I enjoy them? Like, did you enjoy them when you read them? So please do drop your views about that. Really, I'm thinking if I should read them or if I should just chuck them out. Next, we've got his Dark Materials. Oh my god, look at the glare. His Dark Materials by Philip Pullman. This is a collective hardcover, so that's really good. I've got all the 3 books here. Such a great deal. We've got A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Again, like I said, like behind these Sarah J. Maas's were some other Sarah J. Maas's. We've got book 1, A Court of Thorns and Roses, Echo Tower. Then we've got book 2, Echo Math, A Court of Mist and Fury. And we have book 3, A Court of Wings and Ruin. Book 3, what? Yeah, book 3. A Court of Wings and Ruin is book 3, but it's not here because I've lent it to my sister, sorry. And then the next book is A Court of Frost and Starlight. I'm really excited for the next book for, should I give you a Farnesian? Farnesian. And then we've got To Kill a Kingdom, which I haven't yet read. Alexander Christo, but it's inspired a bit from The Little Mermaid, so I think I should definitely enjoy it. I actually think it's a very tragic tale, to be honest. And then we've got this beautiful collection of Norse mythology, which was sent to me by Bloomsbury India, which for Christmas, really, this is the Christmas edition. Really grateful to them that they did. I mean, this is a work of art, honestly, that book. So I'm actually gonna film the outro now, but before that I'm gonna put the books back in their designated spots because you know me, right? Okay. Oh my god, doing this with one hand, it's just so difficult, and books are really heavy. I mean, I guess you could kill people with books, but I'm not encouraging anyone, guys. Don't get any wrong ideas. But if there are intruders in your house, which I hope there isn't, but if there are, you have got a nice handy weapon. Don't ever forget that, especially a big and thick hardcover. Never underestimate the power of a big and thick hardcover. They'll do wonders. So hey guys, that's the video, and that's it. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, but I have been talking for quite some time. My lipstick is all gone and I'm so tired now. I thought about like reapplying it, but then I was like, leave it. My people know me. They know what a dork I can be when I want to and how lazy I can be when I feel like. So anyway, this was a really long video, but I'm actually happy that I filmed it after the book unhaul bit, because otherwise imagine how many more books there would have been otherwise, and imagine how much your ears would have been aching listening to me yammering away or jabbering away for all that while. But yeah, I'm really very gladful. I cannot speak anymore. Gladful. I'm very glad and grateful to all the amazing publishers that sent me their books. These were just amazing, and HarperCollins, Rupa Publications, Bloomsbury, Hachette, you have been wonderful. You have sent me some amazing books, and I'm never gonna forget that. You have gifted me the best things ever. To my friends who have gifted me various books over the years, my friends, my cousins, my sisters, everyone, thank you, because books are amazing. And let me tell you, if you are new, I've got quite a few messages telling me Like, how do you have so many books? I unfortunately don't have the economic means or the money to buy that, and to be honest, I don't either, right? So I am 22 years old, and this is the collection that have increased over the years. These are basically all the books that I've collected over 22 years of my life. So please don't compare. I have also inherited quite a few many books from my mom, from her sister, from my mom's sister, basically from my mom and her sisters. So I have inherited quite a few books. I started out with quite a few books, really, and then I collected many over the years. I started to love reading, and over the years, 22 years, I've collected books. So that is why I have so many books. Please don't compare. And yeah, that's all. My thought just went off. My brain power just went out like a light. But anyway, yeah, please don't compare. Don't torture yourself thinking, why does that person have so many books, why do I have only these few books? Don't compare, because the situations you went through, the situations that person went through are completely different. For instance, you started with 0. Maybe you started with just 1 book. I started with like 50-60 books, because that was the huge collection that was given to me as inheritance. So I started with 50-60 books. So obviously over the years, I may, in terms of numbers, I may have had more books than you, but that does not make one better, or that does not make one worse. So please don't compare. I keep saying this again because I get so many messages, and I just want to tell you guys, please don't compare. And secondly, the fact is, I am a bookstagrammer, I am a booktuber, so I do get some free books, and that is why numerically I may have more books, because I do get quite a few books for free from publishers, from authors, so everybody's situation is different. Please don't compare. And just enjoy every book that you're reading. You don't even have to own that many books. And the whole reason why my hand is aching now after holding my phone for so long. But anyway, the reason why I in fact am unhauling so many books, let me just show you. Look at all that I have got stacked. 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5 and 6. So I've got 6 stacks worth of books that I'm unhauling. Why? Because I am not going to be reading these books again. So what's the use of buying so many books? Somewhere, of course, sent to me by publishers and authors, and I'm really grateful. But now that I'm done with many of these books, I will not be reading them again, right? So I'll basically be selling them. I'll be giving them away as gifts to a couple of my sisters, to a couple of my friends, stuff like that. So don't buy so many books just because there's a sale. Yeah, that is something I need to talk to you about, especially because there's a sale. This time, all the books that I bought were mostly literary fiction, stuff like that, which I'm sure you'll see in the new haul, because it's unnecessary to buy so many physical books. Especially, I think you should just invest in a Kindle reader, and even if not a Kindle, if you have a tab, if you have a phone, either of those two works, because the Kindle app, you can download it for free. So download the Kindle app and just buy the Kindle versions of the books. And then if you have less space, in like less bookshelf space and everything, it's also gonna work out, because then you won't have physical gunk to add to your bookshelves, and then you can actually make space for things that you actually require in the physical sense for your everyday life, for household goods and stuff like that. So that is also another reason why I am unhauling so many books. I don't need so many books, guys. And why I am also going to buy less books compared to before, which is an active decision that I have made. I have significantly lowered the amount of books that I have bought personally this time. Even for my birthday haul, I didn't buy as many books. I really decreased the number. I'm really lucky that I actually got quite a few gifts this year, quite a few books this year for my birthday, so that was great. But me personally buying books has really decreased a lot, so that's great. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say today. That's all of my preaching for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any thoughts about any of the books I shared, if you want to read any of the books that I haven't read either, don't forget to leave a comment down in the comments section down below. firstly, it will really be great for my engagement, and secondly, I would just love to communicate with you all. If you are a silent viewer as well who just watches the videos but never comments, just drop down your names, and I'd love to say hello to you all for your constant support and motivation throughout all of the time. Today, this evening, by the way, last I checked, I had 892 subscribers, which is mind-blowing, really. I never thought I would get so far. But yeah, I have been blabbering for quite some time now. I'm gonna go and transfer all of these recorded videos onto my laptop from my phone, and then I'm gonna actually edit the video and see how long it goes. It should, I hope it doesn't go as long as 60 minutes or something like that, because that's too big of a bookshelf too. But yeah, I hope you had a wonderful time. Don't forget to click on the thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are silent watcher, if you've just come from the explore section or anything like that. Click on the subscribe button, click on the bell icon so that you'll be notified every time a new video goes up, because I post videos every week, either on Sunday or Monday. I still haven't gotten around to a specific day yet. It's either Sunday or Monday. So it's an amazing time, and I have had an amazing time. That's what I meant to say. But guys, my brain is frazzled. You'll have to forgive me if I say something stupid. My gray cells have really decreased after staring into the camera for so long and talking to my face for so long, and while looking at my face, I really look tired. My eyes really look sleepy. But I'm gonna cut off the film here, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to click on the thumbs up icon, and I'll see you soon in another video. And take care, peace out, bye.